Trade into 1 million coins. It may sound like a lot, but trust me, it really isn't. And as long as you are using the right trading methods, this can be done relatively quickly. And today, I'm showing you exactly what those methods are. But before we do get into the video, if you really want to speed this process up from 0 to 1 million coins, then make sure that you sign up to Next Level Foot Trading. Chances are you have already heard about this because it's been created by Futpepi, and you may recognize that name because most of the time within pretty much every FIFA, he's in the top 100 leaderboard when it comes to trading. Now with Next Level Foot, you will get real-time trading tips from Futpepi himself. And the cool thing with this is that you can get yourself a 2-week trial for just $1, which is probably the best return on investment that you can have when getting into Ultimate Team. Your options here are to go over to the store and buy FIFA Coins, where there's pretty much next to zero chance for you to pack something good unless you are very lucky, or you can spend $1 to enter into the Next Level Foot Trading and you'll be getting guides from a top 100 trader. So if you are interested, link can be found in the description down below.
Nice.
But getting back to the basics, we're looking at some of the most simple trading methods that you can use to go from 0 to 1 million coins. And of course, we are starting off with the bronze trader method. This is for when you first enter into the game, you've signed up for Ultimate Team for the very first time, you've claimed your team, and now you're going to complete a few objectives only for you to get about 400 to 600 coins. Most will try to play as many matches as possible at this point to build up their coin balance and then trade, but you don't need to. With the very little amount of coins you have, you can start trading, and with this, you're going to go and use the bronze trader method. For this, you simply head over to the transfer market, set the quality to be bronze, and search. Yes, that is all you need to do. You go across each player and you're looking for those with bids on. If they have a bid, add them to your watch list and also compare the player's price. The reason you want to add them to the watch list first is because sometimes when you compare the price, it bugs out and you could potentially be losing a good deal. So add them to your watch list first, then compare the price and see what the lowest buy now is. If the player that you've just added to your watch list currently has a bid of 150 coins and the lowest buy now is 500 coins, you could very easily put a 200 coin bid in. It's likely because you're dealing with bronze players that you will win that trade. And then you can list that for 500 coins to be the joint cheapest, but my preference is that you undercut the market. List them at 400, maybe 450, and still be able to double your coins. You will do this with as many players as possible, and you can do this whilst also playing matches. It won't take long for you to reach 10k. Once you reach 10k, I like using the bulk bidding method. This is not the most profitable method within the game, but you will be able to find loads of deals, each giving you a little bit of profit, and because you're able to get so many, eventually this is going to add up to thousands. This works best for cheap rare gold players, valued anywhere between 700 to about 1,000 coins. The way that you find a good player with this is just through trial and error. Normally, I search the transfer market, select a random player, and then quickly go back over to search that player by name to find out what their lowest buy now is. Let's say you find a player who has a buy now at 900 coins, that's their cheapest. You can then set the maximum bid to 750 coins and go across each one, placing a bid at 750. You'll do this until you run out of coins and have nothing left, or you maxed out your watch list. You will not win every single one of those deals, but you know you have a good player if you can win the majority of them. With the players you won, you will now list them back for that original value, and in this case, we looked at a player worth 900 coins. So with each one that you list, you're making just over 100 coins profit on each one. But because you've been able to go and get so many, you should really be making thousands of coins every single hour. Now, the best way to build up your coin balance is to use this alongside another method, and this is the quintilla method. The quintilla method actually comes from Futpepi, so we're giving you a taster of what's actually in that Next Level Foot Trading guide. With this, you're simply looking at common gold players and moving them out of their default position to an alternative position. So the example that we're using is Dele Alli. Dele Alli in the cam position, which is his default position, is valued at around 500 to 550 coins. But within the center mid position, he's valued all the way up to 2,000 coins. So If we can buy Dele Alli within his default position for cheap and also buy into a position modifier for cheap, chances are we're going to be able to make a decent amount of profit. And the good news is that position modifiers are around 600 coins. So you can buy one Dele Alli, one position modifier, and list it for around 1,800. And this is just because we're looking to undercut the market. The important thing with this method is not to do too many of just one particular player. Get 2 or 3 of each, list one at a time, and then find another player which is available. And the good thing is that if you are part of the next level foot trading guide, there will be loads of players which Futpepi will recommend that you use. The best thing for you to do is to use the bulk bidder method and the container method all the way up to say around 100k. Once you have 100k, this is where you can start looking at some of the bigger methods. And the one that I'm recommending is the 1-2-3 method. The 1-2-3 method isn't actually so much of a method, it's just more of a search and filter where you can separate the good deals from the bad deals. You're going to head over to the transfer market and set the minimum bid to be 10,000 coins, the maximum bid to be 20,000 coins, and the minimum buy now to be 30,000 coins. This will give you what is seen as SBC fodder, as well as also being able to get some of the cheaper special cards. And just like what you did do with the bronze trading method, you're just going across until you find a player with a bid on, and you will be able to find loads. But the difference now is because we're dealing with more expensive players which get packed a lot more than bronze players. When you compare the price, there's just way too many pages. So the best thing for you to do is to use a site such as Futbin. Now, Futbin doesn't show the cheapest player that's available at all times. It may take a couple minutes in order for it to update, but it gives you a good idea of what that player is going to be valued for, and chances are you will be able to sell him for that exact price, maybe even slightly more. So when you come across a player with a bid on, once you compare that player's price, if there is room to make profit, you are going to place a bid. But keep in mind that the 5% EA tax is now a lot more than what we was originally dealing with. With bronze players and what we saw within the bulk bidder method, it is next to nothing. Now that we're dealing with players above 10,000 coins, you're looking at losing 500 coins just on the lower end from EA tax itself. Alongside the 1-2-3 method, with that generating a lot more coins than some of the other methods that we've been looking at, it's also time that you start investing. The easiest way to do this is to look at fodder investments. These are players which are not too appealing to actually use within Ultimate Team, but the demand is there for when they're needed for different types of SBCs. There will be an SBC at some point which will require you to have a rating, and in some cases you may even need to have Team of the Week players. When that happens, if you're already holding onto these players already in your club, you either have the option to sell those players for profit because all of a sudden the demand has increased, so therefore the price of these players have increased, or you can choose to complete the SBC for cheap. Now, there's nothing fancy that you can do with actually buying into these players. You just want to use a site such as Futbin again to figure out when these players are at their lowest and then buy into them. Then it's just a case of holding onto them. How long you hold onto them, I really don't know. I can't say. It all depends when EA releases an SBC, which actually increases and affects these player prices. One thing that I do on a weekly basis is buy into Team of the Week cards. Just as they're about to expire from that current week, I'll look to find some of the cheaper players that are valued anywhere between 10 to 20k and are reasonably rated whilst also being in decent leagues. I will buy one of each player, send them to my club, and then just hold on to them. Yet again, how long you hold on to them really does depend. Sometimes it's been a matter of days, other times it's been weeks and even months. But I am yet to make a loss on a single one of these cards because they do all eventually increase. The next method that you can use is not so much of a trading method, but it is a really good way to build your club without having to put any effort in. This is the bronze pack method. Now, for a lot of people, they start using a bronze pack method way too early. They'll do it once they have 10,000 coins, which may help them, but there's better ways in order for you to make coins at that point. If you're wasting 10k on this, you could just better spend that elsewhere and make a much higher return. With the bronze pack method, I recommend players start using it once they've already managed to build over 100k, they've also been able to invest several players into their club, and their team is fairly decent. This will allow you to carry on continuously building your club without affecting the other areas. And with this, it's exactly what it sounds like. You're going over to the store, you're going down to your classic packs, you're opening a 750 coin bronze pack, and once you open it, you're going to list the players that do sell, and then with everyone else, you're going to store them in your club. With the players that actually get listed onto the transfer market, hopefully they will be able to sell and pay for the pack that you just bought into. With the players that you send to your club, they can be upgraded to silver players. Those silver players can be upgraded to common gold players. Those common gold players can be upgraded to rare gold players. And depending the content that's available, you may even have some other options. So it's not uncommon for EA to release other types of packs where you can actually get even more silver players, which makes this method even more efficient. And a final method that I think is worth using within this video is trading with icons. This method is really no different to what we've gone through with the bronze trading method as well as the 1, 2, 3 method, except now you're selecting the quality to be icons. So when you go over to the transfer market, just select icons, and this can also be World Cup icons once you start to get a lot more coins. But you'll search and then go across each player. Once you find a player with a bid on, you can add them to your watch list. The cool thing with this is because they are extremely rare, you don't need to use a site such as Futpepi, you can just compare the player's price. Normally there's only a couple listed, or worst case scenario, there's only a couple pages, so it should be very easy to check player prices. With the 5% EA tax, now it's also taken thousands of coins away, but you will still be able to find a good deal. If you were to bid on 10 icons, you're probably going to win 2 or 3, which doesn't sound good, but with these, you're able to make 10,000 coins plus, depending if you're in the right place at the right time and looking at the right player. This makes life incredibly easy because whereas with some of the other trading methods, because of the amount of coins that you have, you're probably going to have to spend hours in order for you to use all of your coins and maximize the most amount of profit for everything. With icon trading, you can win maybe 2 or 3 deals and make the exact same amount of profit, but it's taken a fraction of a time for you to actually find these deals. This is where trading just becomes a lot more efficient. And every single time that you do go through this, try to get 1 or 2 icons and then use the rest of the coins to go into bulk bidding, maybe the 1, 2, 3 method. Maybe you're just trying to go through the bronze pack method. You have multiple methods all going at the exact same time, and this will help you get to 1 million coins relatively quickly. But if you are looking to get there even quicker, then there is a link in the description down below, which will take you over to next level foot trading. But anyway guys, if you do have any questions, then please feel free to leave them in the comment section down below. But anyway guys, I hope you guys did enjoy. If you did enjoy, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. But for now, I'm going. So see ya.